Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Plattis?
Here.
Ms. Pasio? Here. Ms. Kelly? Here. Mr. Carroll?
Here.
Mr. Shapiro?
Here.
Mr. Murray?
Here.
Mr. White?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Basor? Ms. Straley?
Here.
And who else is here? Chief?
Here. Chief Sampolsky. Okay, public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been given by the clerk in the following manner. 1, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Clerk's office on January 8, 2025, and 2, emailed to the retrospect concurred posted on January 8, 2025. First thing is the approval of minutes. A motion is in order for the approval of the minutes of the January 28th and February 4th meetings submitted by the clerk, as each member received copies of the same. Someone like to make a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have 2 proclamations. First is Women's History Month. Let me just find that. Okay, whereas Women's History Month 2025. Whereas New Jersey women of every race, class, and ethnic background have made historic contributions to the growth and strength of our nation in countless recorded and unrecorded ways. And whereas New Jersey women have played and continue to play a critical economic, cultural, and social role in every facet of life in this nation, as a significant portion of the labor force working inside and outside of the home. And whereas New Jersey women have demonstrated a unique role throughout the history of the nation by providing the majority of the volunteer labor force. And whereas New Jersey women were particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions in our nation. And whereas New Jersey women of every race, class, and ethnic background served as early leaders in the forefront of every major progressive social change movement. And whereas New Jersey women have been notable not only in securing their own rights of suffrage and equal opportunity, but also in the abolitionist movement, the emancipation movement, the industrial labor movement, the civil rights movement, and especially the peace movement, creating a more fair and just society for all. And whereas despite these contributions, the role of women in history has been consistently overlooked and undervalued in the literature, teaching, and study of American history. Now and therefore be resolved by Mayor and Council of the Borough of Runnemede that March is designated as Women's History Month, and the Mayor is authorized and requested to issue a proclamation calling upon the people of the Borough of Runnemede to observe that month with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. So, Ms. Kelly, are we doing anything, the Women's Club and the Girls State? I mean, I know you're still involved in all that. Is anything happening?
I am a proud member of the Runnemede Women's Club. And yes, we are doing, we're featuring a event on the 21st of March. And it's going to cover all kinds of abuse. Domestic, elderly, child. So I welcome anyone who wants to attend that event. It is a Women's History Month, and it is our event for this month. So if you want to attend, let me know.
You also have a fundraiser at Adelphia. Is that this month also?
The fundraiser is going to be in April,
Oh,
April 6th, and that's going to be a mystery event.
Okay.
Mystery theater.
All right, we have another proclamation, Read Across America. And just so everyone knows, I was asked to read at the library. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
So I'm going to do that, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'll see if I don't get anything thrown at me.
Are you gonna bring your own book?
I am
Your
not.
little child.
I'm
your
being
little
told.
kitty book?
I'm being told what to read. That's okay.
They said you could bring your own if they approve it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Whereas the citizens of the Borough of Runnemede stand firmly committed to promoting reading as the catalyst for our students' future academic success, their preparation for America's jobs of the future, and their ability to compete in a global economy. Whereas the Borough of Runnemede has provided significant leadership in the area of community involvement in the education of our youth, grounded in the principle that educational investment is key to the community's well-being and long-term quality of life. And whereas NEA's Read Across America, a national celebration of reading, will begin on March 2nd, 2024, the 120th birthday of Theodore Seuss Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss. And whereas Read Across America in New Jersey is being conducted statewide by the New Jersey Education Association, the New Jersey State League of Municipalities, the New Jersey Library Association, and their local affiliates across the state. Now therefore be resolved, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Runnemede calls on the citizens of Runnemede to ensure that every child is in a safe place reading together with a caring adult on March 2nd, 2025. And be it further resolved that this body enthusiastically endorses NEA's Read Across America, New Jersey, and recommits our community to engage in the programs and activities to make America's children the best readers in the world. So I think our library is doing a good job. We have to keep supporting them, and I'm happy to be there that day.
One of the things that the Women's Club does in encouraging reading with our children is we submit all kinds of good little children's books that are in readable condition to the laundromats, because when the mothers are doing their wash, it occupies the children, and they're able to read to the children while their wash or dryer is doing. So that is one of the projects that we've done. It's ongoing.
Very nice, Eleanor. Okay, now we have new business, public hearing. Ordinance 2503 is amending Chapter 50 of the Code of the Borough of Runnemede, entitled Police Outside Employment Fees. This portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone. This is an ordinance that changes the rate of the officers and some of the fees associated with having outside employment for our officers. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I'll make a motion to close the public
I'll
portion.
second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Ms. Kelly. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Carl?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Abstain?
Mr. White?
Yes.
5 ayes, 1 abstention.
All right, that ordinance is adopted. Resolutions, let's see. Does anybody mind if I group them, or you think that's all?
We need a motion to adopt.
That was a motion to close the public portion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We need a motion to adopt.
Went out of order?
No, so you just closed the public portion, you very formally,
I formally closed the public portion.
and,
All right, there's a motion to adopt, please.
and Councilor.
I'll make that motion
I
to
was saying,
adopt.
you're closing the public portion.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Shapiro. Roll call once again for the ordinance.
You tricked all
Ms.
of us.
Passio?
And Ms.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Carl?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Abstain.
And Mr.
See, I didn't have my little schedule here, didn't I? I missed that, okay. All right,
You may group all over the.
All right, I'm gonna do the resolutions.
Provided that it's a roll call.
okay. So we're gonna do resolutions 2543, authorizing salary increases. Just go through these quickly. This is our administrator and our clerk who's going to be helping out in the construction office. Does that include that in her new rate or no? Shelley? Amanda's? It does. So as everyone knows, anyone in the audience who doesn't know this, construction has moved to the front office with the idea that that office is never closed Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, except for holidays and when we're off. And so we only had one person in the construction office. Now there will be completely staffed. It may not always have the technical assistant there, but there'll be someone to help take the phone calls, take the money, and hopefully issue the permits, and hopefully make it a little bit better, and also to not let the work pile up.
It's an all-day service.
It's an all-day service. Resolution 2544 is approval of a change order to Tortoise Contracting. Contractors, this was the police roof. There was a slight change. Oh, it went down $1,000, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And that must be because the materials or some change?
Our architects had a $5,000 allowance built into the contract, and we used part of that allowance to fix the flat roof, the seams, but this is what was left of the $5,000 that was not used.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Resolution 2545 is authorizing custodian of petty cash fund. I guess we do this every year, just so we have petty cash available.
Joyce was the custodian for.
Oh, this puts Beth as the custodian. Oh, so we're finding all the things out. Beth, you had another title? Okay.
Petty cash.
You can watch these bills.
All right, resolution 2546, authorizing the borough engineer to make an application and the mayor to execute a Camden County Community Block Grant agreement for program year 2025. This is for Bowers Avenue and North Reed Avenue. Okay, resolution 2547 Is authorizing the renewal of the Borough of Runnemede into the Southern New Jersey Regional Employee Benefits Fund.
And this we do every 3 years.
This is our health insurance, correct? And Resolution 2548, approving a contract with the Government Workers Union White Collar Bargaining Unit. Just to give you some very transparent information about this, and those of you who didn't get to look at it, Shelley was very involved in this contract. Just to let everybody know, the union represents our office personnel from the police department up to the front office. They're modestly paid now. They're getting a 5% raise over the for the next 3 years, which I think is needed in the times. There were no other major changes to the contract, so there was very minimal back and forth at all. The only reason it took a little longer, this contract ended December 31st, just took a little longer to finalize, and I believe we're 100% ready. Correct? Okay. Authorizing the cancellation of property tax from a permanently disabled veteran. This is something we do. And Resolution 2550 is regarding employment, end of temporary employment. This is for 2 of the young men in the Public Works Department who now are full, or no, they're not. These are the temporary guys who are done their 6 months. So we can decide again, if Public Works decides that they need to hire temporary for, yard waste or leaves, that's up to the Public Works Department. And that's it. Oh, we had a walk-on. Resolution 2551 is a resolution of the Borough of Runnemede adopting 4th round fair share affordable housing. As was explained by our borough engineer at the last meeting, we are not contesting the state's recommendation that we are in need of 39.
Here it says 59.
Well,
59 needs share 39, okay.
we have 59 needs, prospective 39 units. I believe we're going to do our best to try to accommodate this requirement. And then was there another walk-on? That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Would someone like to make a motion to approve 2543 to 2551?
I'll make a motion to approve resolutions 2543 to resolution 2551.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Farrell. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Gracia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
6-0.
Okay. All those resolutions are adopted. Committee reports. Finance and construction. Mr. Murray.
Again, just briefly, we are still working on the fees for the CO inspections, but it's starting to come together. I know our CFO is getting involved in that and trying to fine tune and make it easier for everybody. So that's in the works. I want to go over a couple of larger projects. Ashbrook Landing is actually a building completely constructed out there now. Framed, it's not built, but I mean, if you haven't been back there. So that's really moving along well. Our inspectors are getting out there as we intended them to and doing a good job for us. This one, I don't know if everybody heard about, but Golden Auctions on 9th Avenue is doing an expansion in the building. So, yeah, so they were expanding.
They're not changing the footprint.
Not changing the footprint, but they're expanding.
They're taking the whole building.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're expanding out there on 9th Avenue, just so you know. Plans for Popeyes, I believe, have been submitted into the construction office, so that's moving along. And in case you didn't know that, I guess it's the La Quinta,
The Heights.
yeah, what's it called?
Oh, you were there. The Heights.
Yeah, the Heights.
The
Yeah, the
Heights.
Heights of Runnemede.
Runnemede or at Runnemede?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Runnemede.
the La Quinta project was through the zoning planning board meeting, and everything seems to be moving forward with that. Their estimate construction date is sometime late summer to get started. So, but with that, we have progress.
Thank you. Public safety. Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to give the EMS report first because our Kate is back. Kate, good to have you back. She was in the hospital in January, so she couldn't give me a report. Well, we're glad to have you back. In January, there were 201 transports, 73 refusals, 23 recalls, a standby, a death on arrival, 2, public assistance, 6, and unfounded, 2. The average response time from the time it was called in was 2.27 minutes, and the average dispatch on location was 7.06 minutes. And that's a January report. For the month of February, we had 176 transports, 61 refusals, 32 recalls, 2 standbys, 2 death on arrival, 7 public assistance, and none unfounded. The Runnemede average response time, 2.48 minutes, and the average dispatch to location, 7.50 minutes. Thank you, Kate. Okay, police department. Calls for service, 822. Motor vehicle accidents, 10. Tickets, 274. Arrests, 66. Overtime, 15. And no Narcan. Our fire department, 31 incidents, 25 were in Runnemede and the New Jersey Turnpike. We had an automatic mutual aid of 6, and we did not require any mutual aid to any of our assignments. Our fire marshal had 57 inspections and collected $2,723. There were 2 fire investigations, and that completes my report, Mayor.
Oh, thank you. Did you hear anything? Did we respond to that fire in Camden? Do you know if that, did you have, does anyone know that? Yeah.
Chief, did we respond to the fire cam?
You don't hear that? Okay. There was a lot of other companies there. I didn't talk to Pat, I didn't find out. Okay. All right then, thank you. Public events, Ms.
Oh,
Passio.
that's me. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. Okay, so we have our rabies clinic, and it's a free rabies clinic on Saturday, March 15th from 10 to 12 at the Harry Williams Building. The Women's Club will be there with a table, so please bring your donations in. They accept cat food, dog food, treats, harnesses, beds, toys, and monetary. So please help out all our animals. Also, we have early voting, which will be on June 6th and June 8th from 10 to 8 a.m., and that will be in our senior center from 10 to 8 p.m. I'm sorry. I have to learn how to read my own writing. Okay, so we have the Easter parade going on, and Eleanor, I'm going to ask you if you can send out some letters to all that's involved. And that'll be for April 19th. It'll be at noon. And our Easter bunny will be riding around, most likely on one of our little carts. What do you call those little things that they drive?
And what is the time again?
Noon.
Noontime,
Noontime,
And they'll be-
April 19th.
riding all the streets of
Oh,
Runnemede.
yep. Like we did last year and the year before and the year
And there'll be an Easter bunny.
Yes,
And you'll be
throwing out toys. Yes, to all the little kitties. So I think that they'll enjoy that. Usually AAA comes in at the senior center for tax returns.
ARP.
Oh, I'm sorry, why did I say AAA?
ARP.
Yes.
They're there?
They are there on Thursdays.
Oh, they are there now? Because I was told that they weren't going to come in, you had to make an appointment.
Oh, maybe.
That's what I was told. So I don't know.
I have to let them in on Thursdays.
Oh, okay. So maybe they have appointments.
Yeah, all I know
Okay.
is they're there for whatever purpose.
Okay. AAA, that's who I am, I'm sorry. Okay, so it's AARP. All right, so they'll be there on Thursdays. When are they starting, or did they start already? They started? Okay, so people probably made appointments. Okay. Please remember to register your dogs and cats, and they need to have a license, and that's at the end of this month, correct? After that, it's $20 for,
Lately.
it's like $20 a day. No, I'm just kidding.
$20.
It is a $20 late fee. I think I said everything. Does anybody have anything else that they want to add here for our events? I believe I have everything.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Progress.
Okay, thank you. Engineering. Mr. Farrell.
I'm going to rely on the caucus.
Thank you. Public Works, Mr. White.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'm going to rely on the report of caucus.
Okay, thank you. Parks and Recreation.
Same thing.
All right.
What a break the streak.
All right, Solicitor's Report, you have something to report?
I do. So I want to thank everybody for, it's brief, don't worry, the affordable housing resolution. Mayor, if you don't mind, that's one that I need signed right away, just because I have 48 hours to file the declaratory judgment action, and I'll be doing that in the morning. It's already typed up and ready to go. I just need to attach the resolution to prove our compliance with the requirement.
Sign in for the meeting?
You're the best. You spoiled me, Beth. Thank you. And that's all I have. Thank
That's
you.
easy. All right, so we'll sign that. Engineers Report, what do you got, Mark?
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to rely mostly on my report from caucus. I will update you that we did submit that CDBG application that was due yesterday. I do have to submit the resolution you passed tonight, but I'm going to take it a little easy on Beth. I'm not going to require a 48-hour.
I have to.
Dan is required to, but I'm not. So whenever that's all I have.
Do you want to give everybody just a quick, just so everybody know, we did agree to pay PSE&G their additional funding, even though Shelley hung up on me after I told her that. I don't know if everybody knows, PSE&G raised their original quote by almost double for doing the work. And then, have you heard anything about the asphalt paving? Have they reached out? Okay. When you do, people are starting to see springtime.
The PSE&G fee was to get power down to the end of Sunset Boulevard for one of the pump stations.
And we really had no choice. They were, they held us hostage. They gave us a price, and then they said, well, we didn't give you a price for this, right? Isn't that how? Mark did a great job kind of arguing, well, you gave us a price. And they said, well,
Great job, 'cause I didn't get the money.
and you didn't get the money. But I thought you argued it very well.
It's results oriented. You did a
Yeah.
good job presenting our case, and we appreciate it.
I mean, like what we discussed, we probably could have saved 10 or 15,000, but we would have lost 3 to 4 months fighting them. So that, time is of the essence with this project. If we lose the summertime, we can't go into another winter.
When are the pump stations going to be powered?
We need power there first, so we need.
They've given us no timelines.
We're at the mercy of PSE&G right now.
They held us hostage on the money.
Once they get power there, then the contractor, the electrical subcontractor can hook everything up. I'm trying to find out how much time he needs from when power's there to when he can have it running. I'm waiting to get that answer, and I don't have it right now.
Are the stations in?
All 3 pump stations are in.
The
We just
equipment?
need power to them.
Okay, the equipment's in place and all.
From the outside, Mark, on Evergreen, is that completed? Or is there going to be like an encasement around that, or?
So we still have a generator to come there.
Okay.
When the project started, I think the generator was on a 2-year delay, back order. But the generator still has to go in, and then they have to asphalt everything that they're going to be doing when they do the road construction.
Okay.
And I think there is some concerns about the turnarounds at the end of all those streets.
Yeah.
We have to keep try to do a better job there. But, yeah, I'm just hoping, because I get phone calls, I don't know if you're getting any phone calls. Paving's an issue, and hooking up the system is an issue. People see that they think it's done. And I had to talk to a gentleman just the other day saying, no, until there's power there, until we send you a letter, you can't connect to our sewer lines. All right, anything else? All right, thank you, Mark. Okay, before we do, you know what, we'll do the payment of bills, and then we'll go to the audience. Payment of bills, would someone like to make a motion to pay the monthly bills?
I'll make a motion to pay the monthly bills.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Murray. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
And Mr. White?
Yes.
6 ayes.
Okay, I'm going to invite the proprietors from Kid Rips up to speak at this time. You're not on the agenda, but,
Open it up to public.
well, I'm going to do this first.
Oh, okay.
To everybody.
They were invited, correct?
Yes.
Mike, you were invited.
Good evening, everybody. Michael Worthy, Kid Rips, Captain Tavern. We're just gonna let you know, we have discussed, we're gonna do our celebrating our 10-year anniversary in Runnemede, and we're gonna do a little party at the
We've been open for 10 years?
10 years, yes. I wasn't this gray when we started, but here we are, nice and gray. We're gonna do a party in the parking lot. We are going to have a band, a DJ. We're going to kind of keep it like we did with COVID. We're going to have a tent and some games and all-day food and whatnot.
Alcohol outside?
Yes.
So we need to sign, so you guys, we have to sign off, or the chief and sign off on it.
Yeah,
What's it
we-
called, a one-day?
One day,
Expansion process.
extension, yeah, of the license and whatnot. I believe we have a shuttle set up for customers to, obviously the lot will be taken up in the front, so people will be parking at the 2 township lots. So we'll have from 12 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night, and the event stops at 9, so we won't have any loud music and all that.
What was the
stuff.
date? You didn't say the
It
date.
was April 5th.
April 5th.
Saturday, April 5th, from 12 to 8.
It's a Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
So the borough's closed, or the borough hall's closed.
Yeah, so you all can be there celebrating with us.
Okay.
Like I said, we'll have
You're at the shuttle, public 12 to 10.
12 to 10 so people can get in and out. Talking with the chief, we're going to hire someone, police officer, to cross patrons coming up and down the streets, and the shuttle will be right in front of the building, so they won't have to cross, so we'll kind of do a loop from lot to lot.
Yep.
And
April 6th is a Sunday.
April 5th.
Oh,
It's the 5th.
I'm sorry, April 5th.
It's okay, you said it.
Okay.
Chief, did you have any other comments?
No, I have, Mike runs a good business over there, and we talked, and we're gonna, Captain Burns and I are gonna meet with him just to express what we feel like it's public, from the public safety end. That's the Blackfish Pike, people trying to park in the neighborhoods, there's no crosswalk. I wanna light that place up like crazy, because you got red lights on Evesham and Clemens Bridge.
Are we gonna make people walk down to the light to cross? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I'm just saying, like,
Oh.
I want our guys out there in front of the business getting people across safely. And I
So we're
want-
gonna, well, that's what I'm saying, you're gonna stop traffic and,
I mean, what-
okay, I mean, no, it's up to you.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter to me.
I just want to make sure that everything is bright, lit
Yeah.
up. and-
Okay.
Can we use the lights, like we did for the Runnemede events?
Well, this is a private entity.
It's not a borough entity.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why he's not really, he can do what he wants, as
Yeah.
long as there's a public safety aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know, we're not in the rental business.
I mean, that's my concern.
We did it with the concrete blocks, but
Right.
that was different. You guys purchased them, and then, you kind of donated them back to us, and we moved them around. But that was COVID, that was crazy
We're going to
times.
have some similar, like,
You don't need concrete blocks.
not concrete, but we're going to have the big orange, how do we call them? Yes, and going across the front, so it'll, kind of let people know that there's an event going on, and
And where's the shuttle going to stop to let the people off and on? That would be right in front of your building,
it's
in
going to be
the
right in
Black
front of the
Horse Pike?
building, right on the Black Horse Pike there, and it'll loop around the block. It'll probably stop at the lot here, and then down at the Harry
Williams.
and then loop back.
Okay, so, my concern, Chief,
Yes.
of course, is the public.
Yeah.
Okay, the parking because people are going to park probably where there are houses all along the way. There is church at 4:30 on Saturday, and they all park along the Black Horse Pike, that I know for sure. So it would be nice if you reach out to Father Sinatra and just let him know what's going to be happening, so, I mean, I don't,
He already knows.
oh, okay,
Yep, he should
okay.
know.
So that's basically my concern, and you don't have any problem, you're,
No,
you
because
think everything.
I have a good relationship with him, and I know that he'll be in my office in the next week with Captain Burns, and we will make sure that everything's on point. And he's, it's my relationship, he runs a really good business over there. We don't
Oh, I
have any
know.
problems with the police department, but I want to make sure that safety is paramount.
That's our top priority.
Huge. Me too. So he'll sit down with Captain Burns and I, and we'll come up with something real good for everybody.
All right.
Now, does council need to do anything for this expansion of the license?
No,
You don't need to do anything.
It's just like with St. Teresa's.
It's like St. Teresa and everything else.
It's a routine kind of thing.
And we're gonna treat it just like St. Teresa's. So there's a great example how St. Teresa works. They put the lights out, they put bright barriers, all that kind of stuff. and they
Yeah,
work.
I
An officer.
Boston Township, my relationship with Chief Harkins.
Well, maybe you could loan the sign, that's not a bad thing.
Well, I mean,
You load a lot of
I'm telling you, it's up to you. That's up to you. He's always he would for you, I know he would. Okay.
But I'll
Harkins
lay
is
all
our
that
deacon.
out with Captain Burns and Mike.
I guess at this point, is there any objections? No objection? Is there a motion to approve? Even though we don't need it? Is there a second?
Symbolic, Ben.
All in favor?
Aye.
There you go, symbolic.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good, whatever we can do to help you.
Thank you, appreciate everybody.
Okay.
All right, thank you
for your
guys.
support, guys.
Thank you.
All right, this portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address. Sir?
Hi, my name's Dominic Tiernow. I live on 24 Johnson Ave here in Runnemede. I'm also a candidate for the 5th Legislative District. So if anybody wants to sign a petition, I have those. I need signatures. I just entered this race. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I wanted...
Running as a Democrat or
Yes,
Republican?
Democrat. So, going to be interesting. But I wanted to talk about the Senate Resolution 3545 with the state of New Jersey to establish a New Jersey Climate Superfund. New Jersey, as we already know, is pretty much the mecca of EPA Superfund sites, one of which is right over in Deptford. But as of right now, New Jersey wants to establish their own, hold fossil fuel companies accountable for their environmental damages across the state going back to January 1st, 1995. Those fines would be paid directly to the state treasurer, who would then allow them to be distributed to local municipalities for disaster risk reduction for climate change, because we're past the point of no return in terms of climate at this rate. So one of the primary things is how can we mitigate the damage that's about to occur? And so that includes things like flooding protection, potentially the burying of power lines so they're more resilient against the additional tornadoes, hurricane force winds we've been having, and those things are just going to get worse as the years go. So I just wanted to advocate
How
for
far
this.
along is that bill? Is it made out of committee?
It was introduced September 12, 2024, so it should be out of committee. I think Haddon Township and a few other, or maybe Haddon Heights and a few other townships have already advocated for it. So I was hoping Runnemede could join the bunch and see if...
If you don't mind leaving it, then I'll make sure everyone gets.
I kind of doodled on this one, so hopefully you don't mind that. But yeah, I do have it.
You give the clerk, we'll just write down the thing. We'll take a look at it. Appreciate it.
And yeah, so if any of you want to sign a petition after, I'll be around. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there anyone else wishing to speak? All right, seeing no one else, is there a motion to close the public portion? Guys?
Let's have a portion.
Motion by
Motion.
Mr. Farrell, second by Ms. Passio. Any other discussion? All right, all in favor to close? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong page here again. All right, would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion by Ms. Passio, is there a second? Second by Mr. Shapiro. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned at 7:33.